Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the 100 Baby Challenge. Since it's been quite a while since I did one of these, today's episode is obviously going to be focusing on the challenge as well as catching up a bit. So let's just look at our family at the moment. We have 4 kiddos in the house, which brings our total to 28 babies. We have our matriarch, obviously. Then we have the 2 kids that are in school who are yogurt and zucchini. So for them, the goal today is going to be to do as much homework and school projects to get them to age up once they reach their A grade. And then we have our 2 infants, Olaf and Ophelia, because when we finished the alphabet for food themed with zucchini, we went over to fictional characters where we spin that wheel of letters, and then every baby born for that gets a fictional character name starting with that letter. So we got O for the first one, which we then got obviously Olaf and Ophelia. And then we rolled at the last episode and we got H. So any babies hopefully born in this episode, because our matriarch is pregnant, she's in the second trimester at the moment, will get a fictional character name starting with the letter H. So whether we have 1 baby or 2 or 3, they will all have a fictional character name starting with the letter H. So, as I mentioned, our goal for today's episode is to hopefully age up the kids. So, Yogurt currently is a B student, so we have a very good chance of Yogurt getting up to an A student and aging up into a teenager. Zucchini is still a C student, so I think the best we're going to get there is to at least get up to a B. Then for the 2 infants, we are playing with the rule where they need to get 3 milestones in each category except for the life category, and then we can age them up as well. And since we now have the plum bite, which makes taking care of needs a lot easier considering we don't have to. So hopefully the challenge will be going a lot quicker from now on. And just to let you guys know as to why it has been such a long time since I did one of these episodes, I know I have live streamed a few games here and there, but I know this specific episode or 100 Baby Challenge, I haven't updated in a bit. The thing is, there was a lot of things happening for a while, and then once I was ready to come and get back into it, I just got really, really sick, and it took me quite a while to recover. I'm actually still busy recovering, so I haven't done one in quite a while, which is why this is also a voiceover episode. In case you were wondering, I am still in the recovery process. But here you can see we are working on tummy time with both of the infants to get those milestones going and to make sure that we can age these infants up to toddlers, because you know that infants are probably one of the worst life stages, because toddlers can do basically everything except potty train themselves unless they get the independent trait. And as you can see here, Zucchini just finished a school project, which is fantastic because that just helps with them getting their grades up. And here you can see Olaf got a milestone, which is great. The thing is that sometimes they get milestones in the categories that they don't need any more milestones in, and not in the categories that we desperately need them to get them. So just a quick look at Olaf's milestones. He has 3 in basically just one category, which means we still have a lot of work ahead of us. She is currently doing tummy time with Ophelia. And again, here are the kiddos working away on those school projects. I did also let Cassandra do some tinkering on the gem table, whatever it's called, to sell on Plopsy and things like that, just to make sure that we do have an income, so that if we do decide that we're going to build a house in a new world, that we actually have the funds to do so. Again, just checking Ophelia's milestones again. She also has quite a way to go. They got I think it's the fine motor, or which one, I'm not too sure. They got quickly, but now it's working on the other ones that is quite a difficult one. The social one is one that is quite a bit more difficult. See, now here they keep getting milestones in the category that they're already full, so that doesn't really help us a lot. But you know what? It's a grind. It is definitely a lot of work, but if we are able to get the milestones, we age them up a lot quicker than having to wait for their actual birthdays. So that is what we are focusing on this episode. Cassandra is basically making money, waiting to give birth, and getting the infants to reach those milestones. And the kids are just focusing on homework and school projects and skill building to get them to age up or get their grades up and age up as quickly as possible. So here we have a cool milestone for Ophelia, which is great. I think that is one that she needed. I believe that falls under one of the social milestones, which is good. They can get those by interacting with each other, so they can coo at each other, smile at each other, which does help with the social milestones. Although it's not guaranteed, but that is one way that they can actually get the social milestones by just interacting with each other, which is great because I do need Cassandra to focus on making money as well. And since we don't have any teenagers, she is the only one who can do tummy time with them. As you can see here, we're at it again. We did quite a lot of tummy time in this episode because, again, we need those milestones very desperately because infants, yeah, I've already said this. Infants are just the worst, but the plum bite is helping us quite a lot because we do not need to worry about feeding them. We do not need to worry about any of their needs going down. I currently have 4 plum bites that we have. So 2 are charging at all times while the other 2 are in use. We are mainly using them in the toddler infant room. Oh, and here we got a milestone for Ophelia, roll over to back milestone, which I believe is a gross motor, which is a category that we need one. As you can see there, we just need one more in gross motor and then we're golden for that one. So back to the plum bite. As you can see, we have one in the toddler slash infant room, and then we have one upstairs in the homework slash school project area, so that at all times, wherever the family is. And again, Olaf also got the rollover to back milestone, which is fantastic news. The plum bite is always within reach of wherever the people are. And now I decided to give both Olaf and Ophelia bubble baths because that actually counts as 2 firsts milestones. It counts as the first bath milestone and the first bubble bath milestone, which takes off 2 of those. So we only need one more of the firsts. So that is just a nice hack if you are doing it the same way. The bubble bath gives them 2 firsts for that specific category, which just makes our life a bit easier. So I just got around to ticking those off. Then I also got the kids to interact with the infants to maybe see if we can get more social milestones for the infants, because again, those are a bit more difficult. As you can see, Ophelia has been doing quite well. Got quite a few that she didn't need, but all of them help. And then the kids were off to school, and of course, we will be putting them to study hard because we need them to get those grades up. As I mentioned, yogurt currently has a B and zucchini has a C, which means that yogurt might be within reach of an A, or so we might be aging up yogurt. Zucchini, I don't think is going to get to an A, but I definitely believe that zucchini will go up to a B at least, and then the next time definitely get that A. And if we get at least one teenager in the house, the teenager will be able to help out with infants or toddlers. As you can see, we do get another milestone for Ophelia here. I'm not too sure if that is one that we needed. No, so no, that didn't help us much. But yeah, um, uh, you get very excited when you see they reached a milestone, and you're like, oh wait, no, I didn't need that one, and then it's just kind of uh, bursting your bubble over there. But I think we did get a rollover to Tommy Milestone, which is fantastic because that is one that we do need, and also means that they can do tummy time by themselves. But that is obviously not required anymore because they got 3 in that specific category now, so we don't really need to focus on that. We need a first and we need some social. And here is Ophelia, I believe, reaching that same milestone, rolling on, yeah, being able to roll over so they can do tummy time by themselves now. But obviously, it's not no longer necessary because they got all of those milestones in that category. And then another hack for if you're doing firsts where they need to get three. Another one is if they don't do the blowout or things like that for a first, you can invite someone over and introduce them to the infant, and that will count as I think a first visitor, which is what I did in this case because I did not want to wait for them to maybe reach one of the other firsts that they can do. So I just invited over Banana, which was our second born child in this challenge, to meet her new siblings. And then that, of course, helps with, as you can see, first new visitor milestone, which just fills up that category. And then I think we just needed social and we were golden, to hopefully age up the infant. I was really working hard on this because I wanted to age up the infants before she gave birth to the new babies, because having newborns and infants are quite a difficult feat. Because I do play with the newborns until it is their birthday, just as that's how I started the challenge. So I didn't really want newborns and infants at the same time because the newborns aren't exactly affected by the plum bite. So if they cry, you still need to take care of them. And if I can get toddlers who can basically take care of themselves, that would be a lot easier. So here you can see Olaf is completed, but just needs one more social, which is sometimes just basically luck of the draw if they get it or not. You can try to get some of the interactions. As you can see here, the kiddos are back, but Ophelia got the laugh milestone, which counts as a social milestone, which does mean that Ophelia, I believe, yes, has all the milestones that she needs to age up into an toddler. So obviously I had to save that progress because we do not want to be losing that progress when the game decides to kick us out. We luckily still have a birthday cake in the house because this is the 100 baby challenge. Those are always available in the 100 baby challenge. So it was time for Ophelia to come up and blow out her candles and become a toddler. And yeah, basically interacting with the infants is a good way to try and get them to the social milestone, but it is kind of just a luck of the draw type of thing. Also, as I thought, Yogurt did get an A, which means we'll be able to age up Yogurt as well. And I believe Zucchini went up to a B student, so hopefully by the next time we will be able to age up Zucchini as well. So here's Yogurt blowing out his candles, becoming a teenager, which does mean more homework, more school projects, but also helping out with the babies because that is what a teenager does in the 100 baby family. So we randomized the trait and I did do a random number generator on my phone. I didn't show it here, but we got the number 15, which is the werewolf thing, just the werewolf thing. And then I just put Yogurt straight to work by getting him to help Ophelia blow out her candles and become a full-fledged toddler. Because in the 100 baby house, there is no rest for anyone. You will always be busy. And now that we have Plum Bite and we don't have to take care of your needs, you will always be busy with either your homework, your skill building, or taking care of kiddos. Because I cannot let Cassandra do that all by herself. She would drop dead. Okay, so little Ophelia is coming up to blow out her candles and become a full-fledged toddler, and I was hoping so hard to get an independent toddler because they can do literally everything by themselves, which is just fantastic. And I hadn't had an independent one in such a long time. So I was really hoping. And when I hit this randomize button, um, as you can see, yes, we got independent. And also because she got so many of the other milestones, which is kind of the only benefit, she was already on thinking level 2, which is great because that is one of the harder skills for the toddlers to build. So she's already on level 2. So she just needs to go up to level 3 and she's done with the thinking skill. So Ophelia is an angel child. So here also Olaf got his laugh milestone, which means it was Olaf's turn to age up into a toddler, but just going back to Ophelia is independent, which is fantastic, which means she can do everything by herself, and she got the thinking level 2 already because she reached so many milestones as an infant, which I was very, very happy about, because the less skill building I need to do, the better, because honestly, it takes quite some time, but we do have a system, and thinking is one of the harder skills, so having that almost done is just fantastic. So now it is little Olaf's turn to blow out his candles. This random pop-up just came up. I don't know what it's about. I don't know who Mama Kitty is, but you know, The Sims will always be random. So we finally got little Olaf to go ahead and blow out his candles, which is just fantastic. That means that we would not be having any infants and newborns at the same time. And I was just so happy about that. And unfortunately, Olaf did not get enough milestones to get thinking level 2, but we did get angelic, which means that they are pretty well behaved, which is definitely a bonus. So we have already completed some of the goals for this episode. We have aged up the infants, and we have aged up one of the kids into a teenager, which is fantastic. I was pretty sure that I didn't want to sit through waiting for Zucchini to age up in this specific episode, because it would just be kind of boring. So the way I wanted to end the episode is waiting for Cassandra to give birth. While we were waiting, I did have her write a book to sell to publisher. Again, we are working on those funds via as many avenues as we can, selling things that we get in the mail, selling our plants and crystals, selling things on Plopsy. So I just wanted to have a lot of revenue coming in if we do decide to move. And then we were basically just waiting for the notification that says the baby or babies are on their way. So we waited and we waited, and we didn't have to wait so long because it just came up, as you can see, and it was time for Cassandra to have a baby or babies. And I was pretty excited because I already had a few H fictional character names in mind, mostly Harry Potter themed. Do not blame me, but that is what I had in mind. As well as obviously the toddlers are skill building, but that's not the most important part right now. We are having a baby in the 100 Baby Challenge, which will hopefully put us quite close to 30 or over 30. So our first baby is a girl, and immediately the name that I wanted was Hermione from Harry Potter. So of course our baby's name is Hermione. I did check the spelling to make sure that it's correct, so don't come at me. I double checked. So there's a baby girl, Hermione, and then this is me checking the spelling, which is why there is a bit of a delay. I wanted to make 100% sure that I spelled Hermione correctly, because some people will come to get me. And then we had a boy, which obviously Harry from Harry Potter. I mean, it's right there. Okay, so and then to my surprise, we had triplets, which I was not prepared for, but I did get a name, Hannah from Hannah Montana. So that is our H babies, which means triplets, which also means a full house. I will be rolling the letter wheel in the next episode, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to be having any babies anytime soon. But thank you for watching this episode, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed it.